Lizzy is about to be 16 in April. She goes to Bentonville High School. Lizzy has cerebral palsy, so she needs assistance with every daily living need, from personal hygiene to eating to, she uses a wheelchair, so she needs help with mobility. She's also nonverbal, but I don't say that she doesn't communicate, because she definitely lets us know when she's happy, when she's sad, when she's hungry, in her way. And one of the cool things about her being in an alternative living situation versus an independent living apartment is she's with a family that spends their time with her every single day. So with Lizzy, because she doesn't communicate like you and I do, you really have to get to know her to be able to understand how she communicates. And that's why homes like this are so important. And also because she's only 16, she's not ready to be independent. She's not done with high school yet. So for her, being in a family home is a really awesome opportunity. She lives with her caregivers instead of her caregivers coming to her parents' home.
Who's that?
Easy.
Well, the love for taking care of people like Lizzy and any people with special needs is the best description of unconditional love. She is the most important person that I take care of, and so I am perfectly willing to sacrifice just about anything to make sure that she's okay.
Lizzy brings joy to me because she is happy, she's healthy, she is clean, she has everything she needs. She has the same desires we do, even if she can't tell us that. She wants a full life.
I hope that she will always get to live in a home like this, where she is with a family. We want her to stay here for a very long time, but if that needs to change, I hope, and I will definitely help make this happen, that she always lives with a family. Gets to go to school as long as she can go to school, has community interaction and lots of experiences that she should have. There's no reason why she shouldn't.
When I went into labor, she was a month and a half too early, so I was scared, and she spit up for the first time at the hospital, her first feeding, and she spit up the second and the third, so every feeding she was spitting up, and the doctors just couldn't tell me why she was spitting up. We ended up going to Little Rock for a swallow study test, and that's when we found out that for 18 months liquid was going into her lungs. We went back for a biopsy, and that's when we found out that she has spinal muscular atrophy, which is a terminal disease, and it is genetic. Unfortunately, there's no cure. So we don't know her life expectancy. We don't know when she's gonna stop walking or if. We're just taking it day by day. When she started going to Sushine, she didn't have independence. She depended a lot on everyone, and now she wants to do everything on her own. She wants to try to do stuff. Even if she can't do it, she still wants to try. So I think the biggest thing that Sushine has given her is her independence.
The last few months, she's been wanting to run, and she likes to go on the climber. She loves a lot of the outdoor activities. She's cutting and pasting and talking, and she's interacting with the other kids, and it's really neat to see her progress.
Absolutely, I recommend Sushine to every child. It's just amazing the progress that she's done, and I mean, everyone loves her and she loves going there. There's not one person that when we're going home, it's like, bye Alani, I'll see you tomorrow. Every single one of them. And she loves going there, and she's learning so much more, and it's just an amazing place for her to be at.
The pediatrician checked her out and came in to see us and told us that he was almost certain that she had Down syndrome. She had 3 holes in her heart, and that if she went home with us, it would probably be fatal, and that he really felt like she needed to go to Arkansas Children's Hospital in Little Rock.
I didn't know. I was torn. I didn't know whether
take off and go with Piper, or stay here with Kalani to make sure she could make it down there the next day. And we also had a son at home who was 4 at the time that we had to take care of. I guess probably up until that point, I'd never really thought myself as the man of the house, but that put me in a position where I had to be.
Once we got to Little Rock, it was hard because she was in heart failure, and we still didn't have a for sure diagnosis on Down syndrome. Piper today is a child with a congenital heart defect, and she's had a complete heart repair, and she is doing wonderfully. She has Down syndrome. She also has an immune deficiency and a milk protein allergy.
Shortly after we came home with Piper from the hospital, some friends and family had told us about a place called the Sushine School. When it came time for that, it was probably the best thing in the world that could have happened to Piper.
When Piper first started coming here, she had very few real words. She mainly communicated with gestures and babbling. In the past year and a half since she's been at Sushine School, she's now using verbal language for various pragmatic functions. She uses words to greet. She is using words to label and request and protest. She's really good at that.
She has made a ton of progress, just upper body strengthening, core strengthening. You saw her getting in and out of the ball pit by herself. We've done a lot of tabletop stuff. She's stacking blocks, doing puzzles. She's starting to feed herself with a spoon, which is all huge progress for her.
The Sushine School has been amazing because she is in an environment where people want to see her grow and gain the skills that she needs to live in her community and be a part of her community, be an active part of her community. And I see that every day. I mean, she's learning colors and pointing at pictures and recognizes people and talks about Elmo and just all the different things that a normal kid does and that a normal kid talks about when they're getting ready to go to school. And so the Sushine School is a place where she's loved and cared about and treated equally, and it just makes my heart happy because I know I don't have to worry about anything. I've never worried when I've dropped her off there. I know that she's going to be well taken care of and loved and get to do all the things that she's meant to do. We are beyond blessed to have a resource like that in our community, and I mean, they change lives every day, and it continues through adulthood.